All right, hi everybody. If you're watching me online or in person, one thing that I really need you to do is I'm going to soon be giving you credit for doing this game. You can find it on November 23rd in Google Classroom. Okay, you click load your save game. If you've not done this yet, you don't have a game. Always press no, but you're going to enter in your email and address and a password, and then it's going to say save your game. Okay, so once you do that, okay, you always want to save your game. That's the key. Save your game. And once you do that, you're going to be good to go. You need to go through all levels. Okay, and to do that, you'll start the game. Always click no there. You can read through all these instructions, and you're going to go through all 4 of these missions. If you stop after a while, all you have to do is go back to your score sheet, and once you do that, it'll tell you what your scores are. But here's this special button, save your game. If you're watching this from home, once you've gotten all 4 things done, you need to click submit your score online to your teacher. My email address is jabin_burnworth@mcs.k12.in.us. I would like for you to do that. Yeah, like if you're at home, you can do it all in one setting. We've kind of been doing it a little bit each day, but there you go. Okay, so please do that. I'll be giving points. Give 10 points for each level. So that's a total of 40 points. So that's a lot of points. So you got to stick with me on that. Okay, so make sure, okay, that here you go. You're putting your first name, your last name. Click it there in your game. Save your game. Okay, and then submit once you've got those. Doesn't matter what your score is, but I need to see scores in all these levels. Okay, so if you're at home, that's one thing you need to do. Everybody else, let's take a quick minute here. Let's review a few of the cell parts, and then I'm going to talk about this magical piece of thing right here. Okay, so you guys, I'm hearing the conversation. I'm hearing good stuff about like, okay, no, you got to go over here. No, that's got the DNA, that sort of stuff, right? So what's this big guy, the brain? That's the nucleus. What's the little guy in the middle? That's the nucleolus, right? And it makes something very important. What's it make? Yeah, they're on this little guy right here. Makes ribosomes, right? Ribosomes are what kind of ER? Rough, right? There's another kind of ER. What's that? Smooth. It has no ribosomes. Ribosomes make the proteins and they actually put the proteins together. And we'll talk about that process later. And then these guys synthesize it. After they're synthesized, they're packed in this guy. What's that guy's name? The flat pancakes, right? Golgi apparatus, and we package them in these little guys. What do we call these little guys right here? Those are the vesicles, and they can go in and out of the cells, right? We'll talk later. This isn't even a part of the game yet, but these guys will move to the cytosol and help divide that. And you had to look out for these little guys. What are these little guys right here? Lysosomes, right? Lysol, think cleaner and killer, right? It gets rid of stuff. And then my favorite thing right here, what are these little beans? Mitochondria. These mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell, right? They make, what's that 3-letter thing? ATP, right? We know that this whole thing has a cytoplasm in it. It's like a juice, but we know the outside is made of one of our chomps. What's it made of? Lipids, right? We know it's a bilayer. Where's one layer? Here's another layer. Here's the hydrophilic tails, hydrophilic heads, right? And that's all around the outside of the cell. You guys are doing really good. But we know that, sorry, gosh. I've been concussed or something. Let's try this again. These guys are tiny little sausages, right? Yes, thank you. All right, they're the powerhouse of the cell. Thank you. Jeez, man, what's wrong with me? All right. Now we know that sometimes I say this question, right? Why do I eat food?
You eat open doors.
To open doors, right? Are all my doors
Closing? No.
Forrest is not with me. Are all my doors in my room closed? No, in fact, this door is open. This door is almost always open, and I can just pass through. Cells are like that too. Not every door is closed. And that's what this is going to be about that we're going to do tomorrow. Okay, I want you to take a look at this. Usually I pass this around, but because of COVID, you're going to snot and spit on it and all that stuff. You're just going to have to look at it, right? But how would you describe this little piece of thing? How would you describe this? Okay, plastic, right? Okay. What else does it kind of look like? Like adhesive tape, right? Let's see if I can make it stick to my nose like I did that one time. Are you ready? Ready for this? Do you think it's going to work? No, that doesn't work that time. Okay, let's see if it sticks to the board. Nope. Okay. Would you say this is like flat? Say it's flat? Would you say it's flat? Okay, I'm going to do something real quick. You're going to do this tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to put it in the water. What do you think's going to happen if I put it in the water?
Is it gonna get wet?
It's gonna fall off.
You're a genius, Amy. It's gonna unstick.
Stick with fire.
It's
You're gonna wash up.
stick anyway. Amy. It's like a pop.
Both the burn words are teaching us about this special.
All right. All right.
Oh!
Wrong way. All right.
What do you mean,
Do you think it's sticky now? Okay, let's try it. Not really. But watch this.
I know.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is now a tube. It was a flat little thing, right? Okay, but now it is a tube, and I can see, hey, okay, it's a tube, okay? Now, this tube is very important, and I hope none of you will ever have to use this tube in your life, okay? All right, so this tube will save your life, though, but I hope you never have to do it. Okay, this is called a dialysis tube. Why would you need dialysis tubes, Logan? Stick with me, guys. Why would you need a dialysis tube? Anybody know what dialysis is for? Nice guess. Not a breathe, huh? What's that? It does involve pee.
There's a thing, because there's a little thing in your side. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's a thing. There's actually two of them back here that'll help you. That'll help you pee. And not poop so much. Kidneys, right? So your kidneys help you pee and they filter your blood. But sometimes when your kidneys don't work, you have to go to a place and you have to see, maybe you see Dave McKee's wife. She works at a place where you sit there for about 4 hours. They take all the blood out of your body. They run it through a machine. It filters your blood, and then they pump your blood back in your body. It does the job of the kidneys, this little tube. Okay, so this tube looks like, holy cow, I can put my fingers in here and yes, there's a top and a bottom, but I can't put my finger through the middle, right? Okay, but this tube has tiny, 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 tiny little holes, okay? And there's only one thing that's going to go in and out of the tube. What do you think is going to go in and out of the tube?
Urine.
Nice guess. Okay. Blood's going to go in and out of the tube. Okay, maybe. Okay. Okay, we're not going to deal with blood tomorrow because I don't want you guys to poke yourself, but I'll give you a hint of what we're going to do. We're going to tie off the top of this bag, and we're going to tie off the bottom of this bag, and we're going to fill this bag with either one of two things: plain old 100% water, or water and this stuff right here, which is a crumbled up glucose tab. Okay, what's glucose? Sugar. Okay, right? So either it's going to have sugar water or just plain water in this. Okay, if this has water in it and sugar water in it, okay, two different things, only one thing's just going to go in and out of the bag. I'll give you a choice. Do you think it's going to be sugar or do you think it's going to be water?
I think so.
Sugar.
Nice guess. It's actually going to be water. Water is super tiny. It can go in and out of the door. I like to think of the sugar as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You guys know who the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is? Okay, he's from Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Stay Puft. Hold on, let me show you in case you don't know. He's evil. Okay, here he is. Here's what he looks like. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is this giant thing that destroys the city. Okay, and yeah, it's evil. Okay, if I was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, sugar. Okay, you with me here? Sugar. Okay, I could not go in and out of this door. You remember that man? Oh yeah, he's crazy. You better look out. He'll eat your brains and stomp your face.
I did not see.
All right. So tomorrow I'm going to draw on the board what we're going to do. And hopefully there's nothing in here, okay? And you're going to have to assemble yourselves into 2 teams. Now, hopefully those of you at home, okay, if you're not doing this, I've got a little online activity for you to do instead, but I wish you were here. Okay. All right. So I want you to think about your teams right now when I draw some pictures. Okay. And I will leave this on the board for you. You are going to have a beaker. Okay. Each of you tomorrow in your group of 2. Okay. And not only are you going to be a group of 2, you're also going to be a group of 4. Okay. So, so where Peyton and Alex are sitting, there are going to be people sitting on the other side. Okay. So there's going to be 2 beakers per lab table. Okay. You follow me here so far? 2 beakers per lab table. And I will have those set up for you tomorrow. Okay. So you'll just, once we get going, I'll give you a reminder of what we're going to do and you're going to sit down. Okay. And everyone will have the beaker. Okay. And you will have some string inside. You will have the dialysis tube that you will have to wet. Okay. And then you will have a nice little, I forget what you call these, boat, weighing boat. Sorry, that's what this is called. Full of like crushed up glucose tabs. Y'all with me on this? Okay. Now here's the dangerous side. Okay. If this is a lab table, okay, and this is the front of the room and this is the back of the room, okay, we will call one side A and one side B. Okay, y'all with me on that? Okay, so Peyton and Alex, they're on the back side, right? Y'all with me on this so far? Okay, y'all with me on this?
Yes.
My A side here and my B side are both going to have a bag in it. Okay, you will fill the bag with certain substances, and you will use this string to tie the bag. This may be the hardest part of the experiment. I like to twist it like this and then tie it off, and teamwork is important here. Okay, you got to tie this super tight, otherwise it's going to leak. And then you've got to do the other side too. Okay, there is some tricks to this, and I'll remind you of those tomorrow. Okay, now watch this. Okay, y'all with me so far? Am I explaining this okay? Any questions? All right. Now, if you are on the A side, that's near the front of the room, you are going to fill your beaker, okay, with 100% H2O. What's H2O?
Water.
Water. Inside the bag, okay, you are going to put your sugar and H2O, okay? So you'll have to take your weighing boat, okay, dump the sugar in there, and then fill it up with water. Y'all with me on this? Okay, so far so good. Okay, right? So it's going to be sugar, water on the inside, and you're going to tie off both those ends. Okay, now guess what B is going to be? Right? So what do you think is going to be in the bag?
100%.
100% what?
H2O.
H2O. You're right, Kenneth. And what do you think is going to be in the beaker?
Sugar and
Sugar and water. Okay, so those people who are near the front of the room, A, okay, on this side of the lab table, will be sugar and H2O in the bag, 100% water in the beaker. It will be reversed for the people. So Peyton, Alex, I'll help you tomorrow. You'll put water in your bag and sugar water in your beaker. How do you do the sugar water in the beaker? Well, that's a nice one because you stuff it in and then fill it up with water. Okay, y'all with me on that?
Put the water in.
Okay,
Then put the stuff in.
any questions?
No.
Okay, good. Now, everybody open up your Google Classroom. Okay, and I want to make a couple predictions here, okay? Right? So, and I'll just take my screen and pull it up and down here. So you're going to open up Classroom and go to classwork and open up the thing that says dialysis experiment design. Okay? Yeah, that's the one. If you can think about your group members right now, let's go ahead and just take care of that. Hey, Colton, can you come up here and plug this in, dude? Thanks.
I don't need
Okay, so I would like 2 people. Okay, if you want to, it's fine. Like if you wanted to do like, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, that's fine too. But we have enough for, groups of 2. Okay, if you want to just work with a Peyton and Alex like that, and Miss Melissa can help you, I don't care. But if you could put 2 names down, that'd be great. And tomorrow we will just arrange ourselves, okay, in the tables. All right. Here's the question. Okay, what are we trying to answer? We're trying to figure out if the bag is going to shrink or if the bag is going to swell or expand. I like the S's. Is it going to shrink or is it going to swell? I would like for all of you to type that in right now in the question we are trying to answer. Is the bag going to shrink or is the bag going to swell? Okay. So now I want you to make a prediction. Yes? Oh, yeah, come on in. So, all right. Now I'm going to mute here for a second and I want you to make a prediction is on both of these. You can say one is going to shrink and one's going to swell. Okay. So right now you type in A is going to shrink or A is going to swell. Pick one. B is going to shrink or B is going to swell. Y'all with me on this? Okay. Either A is going to shrink or A is going to swell or B is going to shrink or B is going to swell. Okay. So this is, she can't, okay. You're going to try to log in. Okay, all right, so she must have started it all. Okay, so let's go right here. All right, once you get that, start listing the materials, okay? Think about what I just talked about. Beaker, string, sugar, dialysis tube. At the top, it says dialysis if you want to know how to spell that. This one, but that wasn't what it said yesterday. But then again, I don't. Okay. Oh, there we go. She must have clicked the top one.
Can we get rid of it?
Yeah, let's just get rid of it. There you go. Yeah. All right, so online, I want you guys to do this too. Okay, so you're predicting, is it A or B is going to be the one? Just a quick show of hands, I'm curious. How many people think that A is going to shrink? Okay, how many people think that A is going to swell? Interesting, there's more shrinks on that one. Okay, how many people think that B is going to shrink? B is going to swell. Okay, interesting. All right, we will hopefully find the answer. But guess what? We will not find the answer tomorrow. Why will we not find the answer tomorrow? Yeah, I need some time. So how do you think we're going to determine whether or not it's going to shrink or swell? What's that? Weigh the bag, right? We're going to weigh the bag. So weigh the bag tomorrow once we put it in there, and then 24 hours. So on Thursday, we'll come back, we'll reweigh the bag, and we will see if you're right or wrong. This is one of my favorite experiments of all to do. And we've got pretty good success rate, but it all depends on how well you tie the bag. I found some good string that I think is like, hopefully has worked. Yes, Alex. Yeah, true. Yeah. Hey, Alex, I don't know if you heard this, but I opened up my news this morning and there is a rumor, just a rumor. Don't get too excited, but I'm very excited. Don't get excited, but here it is. Here's the rumor. You ready for it?
Yeah, I am.
They might be making Billy Madison 2.
Billy Madison 2?
I know. I will lose my mind if that's the case.
I think I'm Billy Madison too.
Don't hold me to it. It's a rumor. But if they do, I will lose it
Why?
because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a real good one. All right. Any questions? Y'all feel like now I'll review this tomorrow. I'm not going to be like, all right, go. Okay. So tomorrow we'll do this first. Okay. Then we'll go back. We'll do the cell game stuff too.
What do you have served in your sink?
What's that?
What do you have served in your sink?
Oh, there's a girl